It's a real pleasure to be here with you on a Sunday morning, and I want to thank you and express gratitude for the fact that you are working non-stop. And because you are working non-stop, we are working non-stop as well. Thank you, Valia, for inviting me. My trip to a Bulgarian event, I promised it a long time ago to some of my friends here. And finally the day has come. And I'm very, very grateful to come at a time where I feel it's a time for celebration of Bulgaria. I have been here for the past 4-5 days, and it's absolutely amazing. And I am not only pleasantly surprised, but I feel like I am in big awe and gratitude of what our Eastern people have managed to do and how we live our lives. I'm saying this because now I live in the UK. Have been living there for almost 2.5 years, almost 3 years, and prior to that I lived in Germany because doTERRA makes us do crazy things. And I had to come back to Bulgaria to remember the taste of the tomatoes of my childhood. So, I received a special request to present on some numbers and some new way of looking at the compensation with doTERRA and the business part. So I will do it. But my topic today is about how to put our heart and our brain in coherence. And it's a bit of an interesting topic. And I will try to connect the dots throughout my presentation. I hope the translation works well, because maybe some of the words that I will be using are not very business. But I hope I will get to your hearts. If I can't, we can make the translation work. Okay? Yeah. Okay. First, I would like to know, how many of you have been with doTERRA for more than 5 years? Wow! How many of you have been with doTERRA for less than 1 year? Wow! It's a really, please keep your hands. Okay. Now, those that have been with doTERRA for 5 years, what I'm going to say, it will just be aha. Those that have been for less than a year, at the end, please come and tell me if I told you something new or if I managed to connect some dots. Why am I saying this? Because I feel I needed at least 2 years for me to actually connect the dots with doTERRA. And let me go back a bit down memory lane so it makes sense why I'm saying this. So, I was born 240 kilometers away from here. Very close to the Danube River in a place called Segarcha. Maybe some of you know. I came very early. I was a premature baby. While traveling with my grandparents, my mom was traveling with my grandparents. So when I come here, for me it really feels like home, right? I'm much closer to my original home than any other place. Also, many other big cities in Romania, for example. Now, I grew up in the communist time. Those were my first few years, and I think all of us here have this in common, right? We have this common background where you go to school and you learn what? To have good grades, make your family happy, bring the best, compare yourselves to all your neighbors, right? How much did what does the great Aunt Maria took? What about Temenushka? Did she do better than you? What happened? So yeah, I experienced all that, and that made me very good. Guys, I promise you, my mom still has all my diplomas, from the first grade to the 12th grade, first prize. And remember those years when you had we call it koronitsa, laurels, yeah? That was a very important thing for me. So, very early on, I discovered that I also needed to start working. My parents had supported me so much. I had tutoring for English, I had tutoring for math, I had tutoring for informatics, because that was the future, and now AI is coming, so that is no longer the future. So I did all of that, and I started working very early. I was doing my university studies, and I started working. And what was the job that I could do part-time, but also work on my studies? Direct sales. So I started in this industry early on. I saw it as an opportunity. At the beginning, it was the basic cosmetics with the ladies, something to earn a bit of extra money. But later on, I started working in marketing. I started learning about marketing and sales principles and applying in a company. So altogether, since then, I have now almost 19 years in this industry of direct sales or network marketing. I don't feel like I chose it. I feel like I was pushed into it because of a need. I feel like I truly chose it about 7 years ago, when I actually had to choose between an existing company I was working for and doTERRA. I had signed my contract with doTERRA 3 days before this event. It was a spring event in 2019, and there I was with the director of Europe, that was Drew Wolford, and with Oliver, who at that time also had Bulgaria and other markets, and Romania was started growing, and it's like, okay, so Romania needs to handle this. And that was my first day. And I came in doTERRA very business lady, business oriented. My entire life, I did good. You know, do you understand me? Yeah. My entire life, I had to perform. I had to bring the results. I had to reach targets, bring the money, solve the things, take care of the family. Oh, and I forgot to say, is any of you here the oldest sister in the family? See how many people here in the front? This is older sister syndrome. We just have to do it. It's not an option. And it's really good if later on in life you discover why and you embrace it, instead of always wondering, why me? Why me? So when I joined doTERRA, it was a big leap. It was a big leap. Why was it a big leap? Because there was this new company with these products that no one knew too much about. Very hippie, voodoo. You heard Alex. A lot of people think like this. You know, it was the same. What is this oils? Do I fry my sunny side egg? You know, what do they do? And my shock was that no one was talking about the business part. Before joining doTERRA, I attended 7 essential oil classes. 7. And every time, that was my interviewing process, and I was trying to understand what this company is all about. And no one even asked for my phone number, my email address. No one tried to sell me a product. No one tried to get anything from me. I got in the class and out the class, in the class and out the class. Everyone was smiling, sniffing oils, sharing testimonials, but no one would close the deal. And for me, I had a big dilemma. Should I join this company? These people, they smell oils, but they don't know how to sell. Why? Do you do the same?
Yes.
And there was this moment when one of these days that I attended an essential oil class, I had a cold. It was really bad. It was like, and I couldn't breathe, and I had this sleep app. Now I know better. I no longer sleep with this stuff, but I had this sleep application to tell me how bad my sleep was, and it was awful. And I had to go to the lady presenting, and I had to beg her to sell me an oil, because they passed on oils, and I smelled peppermint, and when you have a clogged nose, you immediately feel that effect. I was like, oops, okay, this might be something good. This might work. And I felt the same throughout the class. And then at the end of the class, I went and I asked her to buy. You have no idea how big of an effort. She was trying to tell me, but please take a sample first, see if it works. I have a couple of other things, might not work. Let's keep in touch. No, I want the oil. She didn't even have an oil to sell. In my mind, what salesperson doesn't have ready product to sell? Because it's already open, and I have only little peppermint. And they say, but I have something, try this one. She gave me air. And then I wanted to buy air. And then she didn't know how much it costed, because she didn't know how to calculate the wholesale customer. So I truly feel that I had to work very, very hard to get to doTERRA. But something magical happened, and also I left there without knowing how to properly use it. So I think I used maybe half a bottle. Because this is what they told me, put it on your pillow, right? So I put it on my hands, I rubbed it very, very much, and then, okay, going back. I put it on, and then I put it on my pillow, and I think I really slathered myself in it. But first of all, the next day I woke up without any issues. That was one thing. I could properly breathe, and the second, the app was showing me that instead of snoring 3-4 hours per night, it got reduced to less than 40 minutes. And then I said, that was an expensive experiment, but I think these guys are onto something. Because maybe if the product is that good, they don't need to aggressively harass people. They don't need to make super long lists of customers that they can follow up 10 times a day until they get their numbers blocked. Maybe there is another way of doing this business than I learned. And maybe I found my tribe. And I feel I did, because all the things that I found to be so hard in my career, in the previous companies that I worked for, both a bit as a distributor but also as a corporate side, they all felt so hard. They felt pushed. They felt like I had to earn my place. They felt like I had to, that Eastern European, And when I joined doTERRA, things started to happen. people started to come in my life. I decided crazily to move to Germany. I never wanted to leave my country, but Dr. said, we will not open an office in Romania, at least not for now. I decided to move to Germany. I decided to move to the UK. And with every single step, I got a confirmation. People from my past, I rediscovered them in doTERRA. Friends from university that are now, I found them as distributors, as our wellness advocates. Wonderful relationships that I got to create with people that I really, really resonate with. And a place where money comes if you put people first. And then the results started to show up. And I'm sharing this with you because you might be in a different stage. What's meant for you will always be yours and will always come to you. Don't block the process. Don't reject and allow things to happen. Because 7 years later, here I am, Eastern European, managing director of this $500 million company all over Europe, with 500 employees in 5 countries, and with the best partners and the best people in the world, with wellness advocates and leaders that I enjoy going out to dinner, where we go out and it's not a business lunch or business dinner that we need to run away from. It's not a place where we discuss only the strategies and the money and the targets. It's not a place where I get to ask people or set targets to people. It's a place where we commonly come together for a mission. And that feels so aligned. And I share this with you because I don't take it for granted. Because I've been in this industry and I know sometimes why this industry has a bad rap. And I know this is done differently. And I'm very, very proud of all of you that have made a decision and all of you who are here today. And I hope that today you get at least one idea. And it doesn't have to be from me. There will be a lot of people on the stage sharing their experience, sharing their stories. If you take one idea and hold on to it, grab it, and apply it,